Good morning, everybody. And this is a video for a couple of friends, especially one from Canada that he showed me a message that he read somewhere that it went something along the lines of directory platforms are dead. Basically, they're worthless. Uh, and there's no point of you trying to create a directory anymore. Okay? There's a lot of competitors, there's a lot of everything is already made. Okay, basically a lot of things to incentivize you in creating the directory, of course. It's the opposite there. And I needed to clarify that because it's it's completely false. And first, I'm going to teach you about a couple of things that you need to know, and lastly, about yourself. So first, let's go deep into what is a directory. You can pause the video right now here and ask yourself what's actually a directory currently. Okay, and basically the answer to that is it'll depend on the niche and target audience and market that you're trying to go to, geographic area, etc. But it's a place where you end up creating this bunch of data that's related one way or another, and that maybe that same data can generate more data. Okay, let's put it like that. That data could be products, that data could be people, and maybe those members on the site they can generate traffic, content, and something, but there's something in common between all of them. Okay, it could be the actual site, it could be their profession, it could be a need, a service, a something. So you end up creating this directory of something. And the concept of the directory is always mistaken by or limited to by sites when people go to sites like print directories, like Apricot, like membership sites in general, e-directory, etc., etc. Apricot, all those, okay? They see those, and basically the typical client of them will limit themselves in the scope of which they can do things on those sites to what the site offers, and that's it. So in their mind, the concept of the directory is what this platform offers me, and that's basically it. They get surprised when they see a new feature or something. They're like, "Whoa! Now the directory offers this and that." But the most of the time, the concept of the directory is based upon what the platform offers, and that's a problem because when we actually jump to the second question here, which is if I were to ask you, tell me, and again, pause the video after this, at least three famous or big directories that you know of or that you're part of. And people are gonna be like, well, I'm only on one, or no, I'm on none of the directories or any big directories at all. And that's where they lose their mind when I tell them, well, you know what? Facebook is a directory. Okay? The actual search on Google, that's a directory. It's a big one. You being a member or a seller on Amazon, that's another directory. The concept of the directory. You being on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. Okay? You basically get the idea. These are directories that hold data again or related data that connects members between each other for a service, for a need, for a product, for a profession, for just communication. Okay. In some of these platforms, well, in Amazon, it's obviously there's a seller and the buyer kind of relationship there. Okay. In others, like Facebook, it's your information that's being sold. I mean, that's old news there, but it's your what you do on Facebook that's sold to ads, and if you actually think that all that's private, that's yours. Yeah. Um, but it's a directory that just starts accumulating, analyzing your information, and tries to connect you the best way to others, either friends, families, so they can better gather that information, more accurate information. Okay. Same for the connection between Facebook with Instagram, Instagram with WhatsApp. The three things there, they communicate with each other, and then you get the final result or the final product of all that, which is basically you type something on WhatsApp or you ask somebody on WhatsApp or Instagram or Facebook about something, and then magically you start seeing ads 15 minutes later about that. Okay, that's their business. That's how the business works. Okay, for that particular type of directory, or in that case, three types of directory, because WhatsApp, Telegram, for example, the one that I use, those are all directory. They have members that share, or in their case, you're not a member, you're a product that share things alike, and that you're trying to create statistics about how they can be related better to an ad to promote the purchase of that ad or move money around, etc., etc., etc. But those are at the end of the day directories. Okay, so it's not a directory just one where you see people. No, it could be a directory based on how that data is related to each other. And there's been directories for a really long time. IRC, okay, the Internet Relay Chat, super old, super old. MySpace, for example. Uh, if we go to new stuff, weird stuff, you got Tinder, okay. But before Tinder, there was Friendster or something like that was called. And those are all intended to be directories to collect information, relate information between each other, between, in this case, users, members, sell that better, or basically upsell you the idea that if you pay for the membership, you get more and this and that. So there are multiple ways of you generating money in those. But at the end of the day, they are a directory. Okay. So when somebody says directories are dead, I will only believe that if I see Twitter die, Facebook go away, Instagram disappear, okay? WhatsApp get canceled, and so on and so forth. Only when that happens, then you'll know, oh, yeah, directories are going away. So what is the real goal of your directory? Of your directory? You already know the real goal of Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, Twitter, etc., etc., etc. What's the real goal of your directory? Because if the real goal is to make money, then you're losing the objective of it. Why are you creating it? If it's only for money, you're looking at the wrong thing. Money will come if your directory is successful. If it's useful, especially that part, if it's useful. So Facebook didn't become Facebook just because. Okay, it was useful at that time for the colleges, universities, contacting a friend, etc., etc., and then they become this ad agency. Google was useful in the beginning for searching, indexing sites. Remember, before you were supposed to put the unique ID, unique identifier for those sites. We're talking Procom Plus and really old school stuff before the internet became what it is right now. And now you actually go to Google to search for stuff. You don't see all of them there, but it indexes most of them, and it tries to give you the best value there. And because of that, then again, ads. Ads for Twitter, ads for Instagram, ads for WhatsApp, everything related to ads, because it's one of the easiest ways to generate income, especially if you're doing the algorithm, you're doing a nice way. But what is the real goal of your directory? Are you thinking about your audience, what they need? Do they actually need something? Like the typical question of, why would I join you? You thinking to yourself, why would I join your site? Why would I join your site? What are you bringing me? A lot of the directories that I see that they're like, or the owners, they're like, oh, my directory is not going to be successful. They don't know that they're actually standing on a directory that, one, doesn't have any competitors or very few. Two, most of the audience, they don't really have a site. They might have a Facebook page or a Twitter or Instagram, but they don't have actually have a site, and you already know where that goes when you start analyzing the SEO. So they're basically losing out. And by you creating a directory, you're literally promoting in a huge way or enhancing the probabilities that those members will get, will get clients, will get people to buy stuff for them, uh, and so on and so forth. So a site can never be compared to a typical Facebook page. Never. If you do a when you do a search for a site, you don't go to Facebook to search for the site. You go to Google to search for the site. Okay. When you're looking for uh, um, I don't know, a professional in some specific area, you typically don't go to Facebook, Instagram, or WhatsApp, or I don't know, Twitter to search for them. You actually go to Google to search for that company or whatnot. Okay. So that's the benefits that sometimes people don't know that they're offering through the directory. Remember that at least here in Brain Directories, a lot of the owners, when they start creating, for example, their pricing page, they don't add, I don't know why, they don't add the features and benefits that the actual platform offers you that sometimes you don't get in others. Okay, or you do get, but you need to pay more. So there's ideas like better SEO. There's ideas like showing their location, having multiple service areas, showing specific information about that member, either customized or being default. There's a bunch of benefits that BD offers you by default without customizing that you can put in the join page. But also there's even more, okay, 100 times more that by customizing the site you can also put there, and a lot of benefits that they can actually get there. So with that said, let me show you just a quick search that I did here, social media sites history. Okay, here's many. If you go to Wikipedia timeline of social media, you get a bunch of platforms. Okay, here's classmates.com for old school people. IRC should be somewhere in there. Oh, here it is. Okay, AOL in the US, remember? 6 Degrees, Yahoo Messenger, Microsoft Messenger, uh, Hubble. Oh my God, Hubble. Um, High Five, LinkedIn, 4chan, Skype, Facebook, Flickr, Orkut, and we can keep on going. Okay, MySpace. These were all directories. These were all directories that, even though, and that's why I want to kill that part, competitors already existed before them, they brought something new to the table. Okay, and if it were not for that, the ones that we're using right now would not exist. Because why would you create Google, for example, if Yahoo was already there? Alta Vista, Hasta la Vista, and others. Okay, what would you do? Why would I mean, if Flickr was already here, why do I need Instagram or Snapchat or Pinterest? Get it? If that Tinder is here, I mean, if Tinder was created, why was it created when Friendster or something like that was already there? You get it? So it doesn't matter if you have competitors. It's the same concept of you going to a supermarket and saying, I don't want to create another bread making company because there's too many. Do you see people complaining about that? They actually go to the supermarket, they see a bunch of breads. Sometimes they buy one because of the flavor, because of the ingredients that they were offering, vegan, gluten free. I know they're very loyal to a specific thing, or maybe a drawing or logo or something, but nobody complains about, oh my God, there's too many breads now. They buy, and each of those get bought by a client, by a consumer. So it's the same concept here. It's the same concept here. Don't be scared to launching your site, even if there's other competitors. I've seen small baby charts from BD that actually compete with big ones, and they're doing great. They're doing great. So we can keep on going, like CNN. If CNN is already there, why would we need other news outlets? Oh, because it's There's more. They go more specific into things technology, things about medicine, laws, etc. Hobbies, okay, a bunch of other things. So don't be scared about that part. If there's others, don't be scared. And if somebody tells you a directory is worthless right now, they have no clue what they're talking about. And pretty sure they're telling you that through a directory. So in regards to all this, we can go to the complete history of social media, and you can read about how many of them grew. Right now they're talking about the popular ones: Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. Yep, YouTube is a directory. Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat. So I'm trying to kill the concept that you previously had about a directory, so you understand what a directory is. LinkedIn, Reddit. Okay. If you go to the evolution, for example, of them, you can see that if we went back 15 years ago, the percentages here would be lower. They're growing. And the more directories there are, the more that this grows. And well, you can see a lot of stuff there. There's also the question, am I too late? Am I too late for this? If we analyze, for example, here, Business Insider, okay, everyone here, Elon Musk. Elon Musk didn't not create Tesla at 24, just in case. That's very misleading there. It was PayPal and other things before this, and he sold them and all that. But here's Dell at 20. They're saying at 21, and others. And you can see that. Oh my God, everybody's super young when that happened. Yeah, you also gotta analyze the history about how that happened. Everybody knows how this very ethical person did the whole thing here. Um, but if we actually go into an infographic that I really love about Idioma, when they say too late to start, you can see the um, age of a lot of people here when they actually were able to start their business. Okay, and you can see here 44 Walmart, 44 AOL, 43 Comcast. If we can keep on going, up. Adidas, Home Depot, around 48, Costco, General Electric. If we keep on going up, at 54, Nestle, okay, Campbell Soup, Starbucks at 51, which is Starbucks. It's in itself a physical directory. You can imagine it like that. Kawasaki here, 59. We could keep on going. IBM at 61. Bank of America, 60. All the banks are directory at the end of the day, by the way, because of the way that they handle customers, the information between them, and all that. But we're talking about, is there an age limit? Is there an age limitation? No. It's you and you alone. That's why I'm asking this. Are you alone or with a team? If you're alone, if you don't give up, and by the way, there's one particular, two actually, partners that we have that they're fighters. They've gone through, and I've seen that they've gone through really bad years, especially with the whole COVID here, and they didn't give up. They never gave up. Obviously, we work as a team. We're their tech or your tech IT team, and we take care of everything tech related. But they never gave up on the site because at the end of the day, what's the real goal of your directory, of your site, or your online business? To cater for a specific group or a specific niche in the industry, a specific audience, target audience. It could be geographically speaking, a specific professional group of professionals, etc. It's how you want. Okay, it could be a city, it could be a county, it could be the country, it could be whatever you're trying to target here, locally, nationally, statewide, whatever. And the most important thing here for the team is you. Are you gonna give up? Are you gonna keep on going? If you fail, do you get up? Do you keep on going? Because at the end of the day, if you saw the movie The Matrix, there's this scene with Neo. They stop the car and Neo's inside the car and he wants to get out. And I think Trinity says, "Okay, you're already been down that road." And he looks out and it's raining, and he knows that if he gets out of the car, he'll repeat the same thing that he has been doing over and over. There's nothing changes. But if you are consistent, committed to your directory, and I'm not saying lose all your money in it. No, no, but think smart. Why am I making this? Am I making it for the right reasons? If you're not, leave it. Leave it and continue later in the future. You're not forced to do that. But think about how you can break the box that you're in if you actually want to be an entrepreneur, or just want to be different. And if you went to Brain Directories, you went to eDirectory, you went to Wallet, because those data platform actually apply easily to your business goals, or your business objectives of the basically the project goal of the whole thing. How long do you have to actually launch the site? What's your the timelines, the timeframes for all that? What do you actually need from the platform, or for the platform, for your users? Okay. One thing that I always say, and I know Brain Directories has its issues, but if I can, it's better if I show you. So there's this API site, um, Excel file, spreadsheet. Okay, these are all the platforms that we've actually either integrated with BD or worked on. Okay, at some point, there's a lot of things that we've integrated with Brain Directories, with Brain Directories. Okay, and I'm not talking about integrating using Zapier. Like that's I'm an actual developer, so for me Zapier is just crap. You're just skipping the whole API one-to-one integration with your site, and you're just creating a middleman. Sure, for some cases you're saving money, uh, but you can't complain if there's an issue when sending data from your API to Zapier to somewhere else. Okay, you also can't complain if the the Zapier doesn't have all the things that you could do directly between your BD site and the other one, and even customize however you want to do the connections for specific events, and like gamification for your site. Like if somebody creates 10 posts, you want to do something on another platform, and so on and so forth. Okay, so we actually do real API integrations, connections between your site and something else. And we've worked with over 250, 286 now. There's more. It's just that it's it's BS. I can't remember all of them. This is just a collection of the past 5 years or something out of 7. So, and by the way, there's directories here where I was able to extract them and put them here so you can visually see them. Okay, you have ideal directories here. The membership works that I was talking about, 360 directories, eDirectory. If you're using WordPress, there's a couple of directory plugins that you can look for. Tendency, Shopify directory, Uru. The ones that have an asterisk are the ones that I actually worked as a developer for them. So you got Uru there, BigCommerce, Jesus, BigCommerce. And there's more. Okay, there's more. Here's Brain Directories, my marketplace builder, and you have. I'm showing you all this so you have alternatives that are not Brain Directories, but pretty sure you're gonna come back to Brain Directories because the difference between Brain Directories and most of the platforms here that I'm showing here, there's 30 of them. Okay, let me just make them so they fit. Um, is that on Brain Directories, at least, and a lot of people don't understand this, at least you have the option of customizing completely the Brain Directory site so it behaves, offers, and basically even the look um, like what you actually needed from other platforms that are not even Brain Directories related. You can literally grab functionality from other platforms, super powerful platforms, design stuff, and implement those, change your Brain Directories completely. You can create your own Facebook, for God's sake, or your own Twitter if you wanted to, a little Amazon on your site. Okay? You got to be creative. If you actually have a real developer with you, a team of developers, you can be very creative with your brain directory site. Oh, you don't have the money. No, you don't have the capabilities, or you just want to do an MVP. Beautiful. You can also do that on the brain directories. You can grab some ideas. Remember that on this YouTube channel, I also create a lot of videos to teach you how you can actually customize it um, yourself and add some value to the site. So there's no problem with that. You can actually do a lot of things. But what I'm saying is there's actually no restrictions. It's very hard for you to find restrictions on BD compared to, for example, BigCommerce, where you're screwed. It's what they offer, which is the typical idea of all this, because I know how hard it is to create a directory. So adirectory.com, all of you that are listening to me that you were here and you went back to Brain Directories, or you were in Brain Directories, went to eDirectory, and then came back again, you know what I'm talking about. You you on BD you pay, but you can scale that, customize it to your liking. On others, you can't. You get what you pay for, and that's the end. And this is what we told you that we were offering. We were not saying anything else, any additional things. That's the true thing on why I mainly, not everything, but at least 80% of my work is Print Directories related. Because at least for me as a developer, it gives me the option of developing whatever you want on your BD site. And that's very important for you to know, either as a team or if you're alone. Okay? About yourself is related to this. Are you gonna give up? Are you gonna be consistent? Are you gonna evaluate what do I need for the directory to be successful? What do members need or visitors need to go to a directory and see it as a valued site for them, for their business? Are you making your members' life easier by doing something on the directory that they were not able to do before, or that it was very hard for them to do before? All those type of questions. There's more. What are you offering on the site that gives your directory that goal, that value that they're getting there? Okay, and then coming back to the age, coming back to if somebody gives up, if somebody continues. Okay, here's, how to be wise. Here they say, whether you think you can or think you can, you're right. If you can and you're sure you can, okay, think about something else. If you can, go forth, my son. Working on the right thing is more important than working hard. That's smart thinking right there. You're optimizing the time for your directory, if you're making a directory, of course, and your real goals and the real values that you're going to be offering to your visitors. If you're not embarrassed by the first version of your product, meaning if you're, and this happens a lot to big companies too, you've launched too late. If you can be creative, and once you launch your site, you're like, okay, I want to make it better. I want to make it better. I want to make it better. I want to make it better for the visitors, for the members, for everybody in general. That's what more or less this point is for. Then you're destined to fail. Okay. When you're ready to quit, and this goes directly to the specific people that I work with, partners from BD actually, you're closer than you think. And they already know that right now. Every no gets me closer to a yes, because it teaches you what you're not supposed to be doing, or the doors that are closed. Basically, you save a door there and you look for the ones that are open or that will be open based on your effort there. The more you work, that you sweat, the luckier that you get. It's because you're adding, again, value to the site, getting more ideas from feedback about the people that use your site, and so on and so forth. You're enhancing or increasing the probabilities of a successful site. It's the same concept of having a team. We only enhance or increase the chances of you being successful by doing the ideas, concepts, functionality, designs that you actually needed to be successful. That's basically it. We're just an added value to the success rate of your business. That's all that we are, because at the end of the day, it's you alone that will make the difference. Sometimes life hits you in the head with a brick, and a lot of times, a lot of bricks. Several of you have lost faith, energy. You're tired. I get that. I get that a lot. But I never think about, again, the Matrix analogy there. I don't go out of the car. I know where this is gonna take me if I give up. I'm all we all have already lived that before. Okay, it's never too late. Stop asking me, for God's sake. Stop asking me. Well, I'm 62, 63. You know who I'm talking about. And it's no. You have a great idea. You both, the two that I'm basically pointing this message to, you both have a great idea. You've seen the feedback they've gotten so far. What? You're scared? Yeah, I'm scared too. I'm building a platform. I'm helping. I'm scared too. It doesn't mean that I'm gonna give up. Just one step at a time. One step at a time, and then once you look back, you're like, holy crap, really far away from home. So don't give up. And this is very important. As a business owner, there is no finish line. It's enjoying the journey. It's only enjoying the journey. All of us are going to die at some point. Okay? It's what we do with our time that matters, the quality of that time. So you're building a directory to help other people, which is for me my main reason, and a lot of you already know that. But I need you to also know that you're building a directory to help others. And there's a lot of directories out there that every time you tell me what your directory is going to be doing, I like literally cry, because the human impact that you're going to have, it's just overwhelming. Let's put it like that. There's others that you're solving so many issues for others. There's others that you're making the life easier for others. There's others that you're helping, you're guiding them, giving them a hand to connect between each other, because otherwise they would have never found each other for a business that they needed, for their family, for something. At the end of the day, you're helping others. So is directories concepts dying? Never, never. We humans are social. A directory is literally our social digital version of ourselves. That's all it is. That's my words there. That's all it is. So don't give up, or I'll have to slap the crap out of you. Keep doing what you're trying to do. Try to think about the goal as from the point of view of who needs it, why do they need it, how you're helping them. Think outside the box, especially if you join us or you're going to be working with a team. Always think outside the box. Don't compare your site to other BD sites. You need to compare with the big sites, the big ones. If you have a great team, compare yourself with the big ones. Don't compare yourself with the small fishes there on the pond. No, because you'll be also making your whole goal, objective, directory, vision small. You need to think big. Get out of that box that you're being always thinking about. Okay? So now that you know that here are all these directories that are successful, that are still there, that are not making $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month, 50,000. Do remember that some of my partners actually make millions, in plural, a month. A month. Okay? It does not mean that you're going to be doing that in a year from now, but it does mean that if you keep on doing what you're doing, and if you know your target audience and you're doing the best for them overall, eventually the only outcome of that is you sadly being successful. And then when you're successful, please follow this. There's no finish line. When you're successful, it doesn't mean that you finished. You need to continue. It's a journey, and you don't know where the journey ends. Actually, I love this drawing. You don't know where your site is going to end. because maybe people are going to come to you and they're going to tell you, hey, I would love for the site to have this. Hey, I would love for the site to do that. Hey, and so on and so forth. Why do you think all this, if you start to think about it, what do you think? Why do you think all these platforms started getting competitors? Because of some of this, people started asking, hey, Facebook, can you add this? And they were like, no. And then somebody else came out similar to Facebook that actually added that. Hey, LinkedIn, can you make my life easier to find jobs? No, they did not. So now you have Indeed and Monster. Hey, I don't know, LinkedIn. Do you have a way of me contacting and being able to search for people that offer certain jobs and then I can see their pricing? No, then you got Fiverr now. There's too many. YouTube, Vimeo, TikTok, okay, Instagram. You can actually analyze that on Instagram. You got videos. Why is TikTok then there? Because TikTok offers stuff that Instagram doesn't have. Why did YouTube have to create shorts only after TikTok created the shorts? See? So every time you'll always be able to see the need of the public for your specific niche. And I know I'm carrying away this video, but I need to inspire you because the fact that some people think that directories are dead, I'm pretty sure they're just doing that to make sure that there's no competitors for them, for the same people that are saying that. And I need you guys to know that a lot of you actually put a lot of effort into your business, and that's not taken lightly. Keep on doing what you're doing. Don't give up. And enjoy Brain Directories because it's one of the few ones that actually gives you the opportunity, the option is what I tell my partners, of you customizing to the way that you like, not you adapting your business to them. You can actually change Brain Directories to your business, to your business needs. This is super important. Okay. So again, hopefully now you know what a directory is. Hopefully you can mention not 3, but at least 10. Hopefully now you understand what your goals should be for the directory because if you do those, like Kevin Costner, build it and they will come. Okay? Make the thing real, make it the way that you wanted it, make it the way that people actually needed it, and they will come. Okay? Great marketing here, great marketing there, talking about the site, doing your videos, doing your homework because doing a directory is like you having your own retail store and you're alone on it. You need to promote it one way or another, and that's homework that you need to do yourself. We can guide you, but it's things that you need to do. It's not like some people say, after you finish doing it, they will just come to you. No, that's not how it works. So there's a lot to mine here, and there's a lot of people that can actually help you, give you a hand with, uh, let's say, the journey that you're gonna have, and hopefully it's a positive, fun journey. And if it hasn't been, change it to it to become a positive one because it's part of your life. You are gonna be learning things over the course of you making this. Okay. So I really hope the video will help you, all of you that listen to it. I know it's very long, but I really hope that it makes a difference. A little grain there on your desert of hopes and ideas. Okay. So with that said, big hugs as always, and think positive. Okay. Love you all.